Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of True Myths, One Lie, the game show in the form of a podcast all about myths, urban legends, conspiracies, all of the things that we don't fully understand. I'm your host, Anthony Manella, and the way that the game works is 3 stories are going to be told, 2 of which are from people online that claim that these stories are true, and 1 that is completely made up. It is up to my guests and everyone at home to try and figure out which story is the lie. Today's first guest's fuel to get up every single morning is the fact that thousands of kids all around the world hate his older brother, Jacob Cologne.
Yes, that is very true.
Today's second guest is that older brother, the person who once wrote multiple death threats and hid them all around my room for me to find, Seth Cologne.
I forgot about that. It was fun.
That was funny.
Did you find them all?
I think but it took me months.
All right.
Yeah,
Someday you're gonna find another one.
I know.
Someday when you forget that he wrote death threats.
Like, who snuck into my room and is threatening to kill me?
I'll sneak and write more.
You don't have to do that. And today's third guest is the only person I know who can stay in character even after their foot has literally been run over by what I think was an entire actual wall on wheels. Ariel Cologne. It was a wall, right?
It was a bedroom.
It was a bedroom.
Oh.
It was an entire bedroom set on a stage.
Yeah, but I cried real tears.
But you stayed in character. Yeah, it worked.
That camera's gonna die.
No, it is not.
Oh, I thought, it's the red. Never mind.
Seth's gonna kill it.
I'm gonna get jumped.
So guys, today's topic, we're talking all about werewolves.
Oh, God.
Oh, like Taylor Lautner werewolves?
Taylor
yeah.
Lautner werewolves.
Yeah.
Oh,
You gotta
yeah.
picture Taylor Lautner for every single one. His acting career has gone nowhere.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, we're seeing Robert Pattinson tonight. We're gonna go
Yeah.
see Batman.
We're gonna meet him.
Yeah. Taylor Lautner should play Joker.
We're gonna meet Batman.
Robert Pattinson.
Is it true that he doesn't shower?
Yes.
Could be.
So I can't wait to smell him later.
Yeah.
You'll know
Part
if
of the
he's in the
experience.
building.
Yeah.
Right.
It's part of his
Okay.
charm.
The difference between today's episode and our usual episode is that typically they are accounts of people like on Reddit saying like, oh, I swear I encountered a werewolf. I swear I saw someone. These are all stories from the 1500s because in the 1500s, they believed that werewolves were 100% real. And there are actual accounts of people, like documented accounts, police reports of people being convicted, arrested, executed for being werewolves and terrorizing towns and cities and things. So these stories are supposedly true, except for the one that's written.
Okay.
Do you guys believe in werewolves?
Well, yeah, they're real.
Yeah. Taylor Lautner is a real person.
Did you see Twilight?
Yeah.
I saw all of them.
Well, then, yeah, you know how real they are.
Okay, are we ready to get into story number 1?
Let's do it.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, story number 1. Our main character is named Peter Stubb. He was
This is real.
executed.
Is this real?
Yeah.
He was executed in Bedburg, Germany in 1590. Now, his tale is told from a contemporary pamphlet that was originally written in Dutch
What?
and was translated to English in the same year that he was executed. In this pamphlet, it was said that Peter Stubb made a deal with the devil. He didn't want power or prosperity or anything like that. He simply wanted to be able to seek revenge and torment people in beastly form.
Seth.
I want to do it in beastly form. I would do it in like ghost form.
No, he'd do it as a worm.
Yeah.
Worm form.
Yeah.
A large worm, small worm, I don't care. Just make me a worm.
Okay, anyway. So what the devil did was he gave him this belt. And the belt allowed Peter to turn into a werewolf at any time that he desired.
Wow.
Right? So what Peter would do was, if you disrespected him, you rubbed him the wrong way, you could be sure that you would be dead later that same day by the jaws of a wolf.
I can't imagine how
Wow.
menacing it is to look at this man put on a belt and know that you're gonna die.
It's over.
I think it just looked like a regular belt, but I wasn't there. I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would go around and he would kill people in wolf form who disrespected him. However, that very, very quickly turned into Peter having a hunger for flesh and blood and just killing whoever he wanted. And during the day, he would stroll around the streets in his human form, and he would greet people so politely. He would say hi to everybody, including the parents, relatives, neighbors of his victims, as if nothing was happening behind the scenes. This is also how he would choose his victims. He would wait in the woods outside of Bedburg, Germany, and if you were unlucky enough to make eye contact with him, you were his next victim. There were years and years of torment going on around the streets of Bedburg. He murdered 13 children and 2 pregnant women. And both pregnant women, the children were ripped right out from the wombs, and he ate the children's hearts raw.
This is a family-friendly channel.
Yeah.
Yes. So this torment went on for years, until one time he was caught in his wolf form by a group of huntsmen. They unleashed their dogs on him, and Peter realized, there's nothing that I can do anymore. There's no way out of this. And he transformed from his wolf form into his human form. And everyone saw this happen, and they were shocked to see that the polite, kind man that walked around the streets greeting everybody was the werewolf that has been tormenting the town. Peter confessed to his crimes, and they decided to execute him.
Why didn't they just take the belt away?
Well, because this is the 1500s where execution was like what you do when you get caught doing something bad. It was cool, yeah.
It was trendy.
Stubb confessed to his crimes, and they decided to execute him and torture him first. What they did was they took some red pincers and they ripped 10 pieces of flesh off of him. Then they broke every single one of his limbs, and then they beheaded him before burning his ashes. And that is the end of story number 1. I'm going to give you guys some time to discuss. Go.
Couple things. This was in Germany.
Correct.
Germany's not real.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
But even if it was real, why is it written in Dutch then? Second of all, if he was hungry for flesh, why did he eat like pregnant women and children, the smallest things available?
Well, I mean, a pregnant woman.
Pregnant woman is not
she's
small.
2 for 1.
Yeah, I guess. But like only 2 pregnant women and 13 children.
I feel like the devil would have really cool technology and not a belt.
Yeah.
But it's got to look casual.
Oh, that was it. When he took off the belt, the dogs just didn't attack him?
No, he didn't take off the belt. He left the belt on. He's able to just use the belt, and then he can just think, and it turns him into a werewolf whenever he wants, or turn back.
Okay, but like, even if like the dogs are coming after him, and he goes, okay, I'm a human now, the dogs aren't gonna stop.
Yeah, no.
They're still gonna maul
Yeah,
him.
what if they know the guy?
And then everyone's just
They're
my
like,
friend.
Peter!
Yeah.
The dogs just stand up and greet him the way he
Yeah.
greets everyone else.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you guys thinking? Are you thinking this is real or the written one?
I still think it's real.
I'm gonna go with real for now.
All right. Are we ready for story number 2?
I
Kind of.
guess so.
Okay. Story number 2. In 1588, in the town of Dole, a werewolf terrorized the town by the name of Loup Garou. I probably just butchered that so badly, but in English it translates to the Wolfman. We're just gonna call him that. Okay, so over the course of several months, there were many reports of missing children. Eventually, the French magistrate found one of the bodies of the missing children in the basement of someone named Hugo Moreau. And in this basement, not only did they find the body was mutilated, lacerated, chunks torn out of it. But that's not the most interesting thing that they found in the basement. They also found a very detailed journal explaining all of the attacks. So they look at this journal and they see that this man is describing not only his transformation going from man to wolf, but he also writes in there about how he doesn't want to do this. He doesn't enjoy hurting people. He absolutely hates this, but he can't fight the urge. He feels like he has to do this ever since a strange person in a hooded figure came up to him and forced him to drink human blood for a ritual to turn him into a werewolf. He also details how he would go about these attacks. He would stalk his prey at night. He would slit their throats, and he would drag their bodies back to his house and then use his claws to take chunk by chunk out of his victim and consume them. And then when he was done, he would take the rest of the body and dump it in a nearby river. And the way he got caught is because one day he was seen by just a random couple going for a walk while he was bringing a very suspicious bag into his house. Moreau was publicly executed due to confessing to everything in his journal. And that is the end of story number 2. I'm going to give you guys some time to discuss. Go.
Who writes a detailed, journal about all the crimes they've committed?
And nothing happened. That's it. They just got him.
They got it. They killed him
So you're telling me
publicly.
that Lou Glue and Hugo Moreau are the same person?
That is what I'm saying.
Weirdly, I think this one's real. It just feels like, yeah, that's how he would get caught. Like, just a couple walking out at late at night.
Well, you always got to watch out for suspicious bags.
Yeah.
It's just something you got to do.
Especially, just some random hooded figure coming up and hey, drink this.
No, he forced him.
Drink it.
Yeah.
Like that. Drink this. And he's like, no, I don't want to. And he's like, drink it, I'll go away. Okay, fine.
Drink it, no, go away.
That's how I get rid of Seth.
Yeah.
You make him drink human blood?
No.
He makes me.
Yeah.
What?
And
I'm like, hey, drink this. And she's like, fine, go away.
Wow, that's Seth, we're gonna have a talk after this.
About what?
You can't do that to people.
I can and I will. I did it in the what was it, 1500s? I was the
this
guy.
is you.
Yeah, I tricked Lou Galoo.
You're not saying his name right. No, I'm not even gonna try it again. I know I'm gonna butcher it. I probably offended someone. I'm very sorry.
Offended the French.
Yeah.
You offended Lou Galoo.
Yeah.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Hugo Moreau.
AJ, what do you think?
I mean, it's too weird to not be true. That makes any sense.
No, I got it. There's
Like-
too many specific details.
Who just randomly thinks of this guy bringing over a bunch of human blood and being like, drink it?
Yeah. I do like how he didn't even become the werewolf. It's almost kind of like almost a scapegoat thing, you know?
Right.
Like it's all in his mind. So,
Okay.
You're just crazy.
Yeah. I could buy that.
Any other final
Yes.
thoughts before we move on here?
Yeah.
What?
You ever realize that never mind.
What?
I agree.
Okay. Are we ready to play a little minigame?
No.
I don't like games.
Jacob doesn't like fun, confirmed.
We came here for a discussion.
Yeah.
Very serious, hardcore discussion. That's it.
We're buying Coulter 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a briefcase ready.
With how much money in it?
Oh, there's no money.
But we have a briefcase.
You know what? I'll sell it.
Okay.
You got it.
All right.
This is on film.
Yeah.
This is a verbal agreement
This
right
is
now.
in the podcast too. You can't cut this. Legally binding.
This is a verbal agreement
Yeah. We're turning the channel into a pet blog channel.
where the pets talk about their day.
Yeah.
Where the pets talk about their day.
Yeah. But
Um,
we're not going to use any of our pets. We're going to go to other people's houses and break in and
when
then
they're not home.
Yeah, and then ask their pets a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
And then, there's going to be you're still going to be in charge of the channel, so if anything legally binding happens, you're going to be
That's
at
only
fault.
fair.
Yeah.
Right.
So when they're why is my dog on this channel? You got to answer for that, not us.
I'm gonna say, and then I'll say that's not your dog.
It's a good
Oh, no,
answer.
no, no, you have
Thank
you-
you, Jacob.
I don't
like
agree.
it.
I don't agree.
You don't think that's a good answer?
No.
Well, how else are we supposed to get out of that?
CGI.
I do like that better.
Okay, that excuse could work too.
Right.
Anyway, we're gonna play our mini game now.
All right.
We're gonna play Would You Rather. So I'm gonna give you guys some scenarios. Some are spooky, some are not spooky, and you guys are just gonna tell me what you'd rather do. Okay?
All right.
So,
Hey.
first one. Would you rather turn into a werewolf or a vampire?
Is this Team Edward, Team...
I'm basically saying Team Edward or Team Jacob.
I was always Team Jacob because I just found him to be sizzling hot.
Yeah, same.
But-
I do feel like Taylor Lautner is more
He
attractive.
definitely is.
So I'm gonna go with werewolf just because you can't turn off being a vampire. You're
then-
always a vampire.
You're also then forced to live forever.
Yeah, forget that. I don't want to live forever. Barely want to live till next week.
I'm going to go with
We have to talk about a lot of things later.
I'm going to go with a vampire because I'd be really good at baseball.
That's
Very
the
true.
best scene in the movie. The baseball scene is so good. All right. So Jacob's the only one. Do you want to live here though? I mean, you want to live forever?
If I can play
You
baseball,
want to live here with me?
sure.
Forever.
If I can play baseball, I'm all about it.
All right. Fair. Okay. Would you rather eat human meat or drink human blood?
Well, if I drink human blood, I'm gonna turn into a werewolf. So I'm gonna be drinking some human meat. Drink?
Drink
No,
that meat.
I will eat it.
You will eat it.
Yes, I will use a convention oven, and I will turn it up to 400 degrees, put it on the broiler, let it sit there for like 15 to 20 minutes, pull it out, make sure that it's cooked. If it's not, leave it in there for another 15 minutes, take it out. Sprinkle a little marinade on there. I like to use a little parsley, a little garlic. Adobo.
Toph would be so proud. Every time that he hears people use seasonings, he gets very excited.
He gets excited?
He's a big seasoning boy. What about you guys?
Blood. Drinking blood. I'm not eating human meat.
Jacob?
Probably go with the blood too.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like blood is so hard to get down. It's so gross.
Yeah, but the scent of like actual human meat, like human.
Yeah, but like you could cook it like she said.
Yeah, I know. That's the like I recently had something done.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
the scent of like human like flesh burning is so like psychologically damaging. You're just like, I don't want that. I don't want that.
Seth, that made it, by you not saying what it was, it made it sound like you had
Good.
you hired someone to do something really evil for you.
All right, then let
I
me
had
just say
something
this.
done.
I have smelt burnt flesh before. It's not good. Not good. It's really really disturbing. Wouldn't do it again.
Well, you're doing it again.
Yeah, I am doing it again next week.
Okay. Would you rather have 1 million subscribers on YouTube or $1 million?
Million subscribers. Because then someone will love me.
What?
No disagreement.
No, that's not, forget
I
it.
kind of want to go darker, but I don't know how to top that. So I'm gonna say 1 million subscribers for a pet vlog channel.
Jacob?
I'd say another 1 million subscribers for a pet vlog channel.
Oh, gosh.
3 million subscribers.
separate
Thank you guys.
Channels?
No,
or...
the same channel.
Same channel. So we
Yeah.
have 3 million subscribers now. Thanks everyone.
And
Yeah.
then when you guys do that, my channel loses all of my.
Oh,
We
yeah.
already bought it. We're
Yeah.
Oh, that is
turning
my
it in.
channel.
We don't.
Yeah.
Well, it's not your
But
channel.
we're taking your name off of it.
Yeah.
Well, if my opinion matters to anyone out there, just a single person listening, I would too choose the 1 million subscribers. So let's make that happen.
This episode will everyone's gonna unsubscribe.
They're only gonna hate on you. They're not gonna hate on us.
Yeah.
Because we have a pet vlog channel.
Yeah.
I mean, true. There's no reason to hate on you guys. I'm just,
Garbage.
yeah. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Jacob. Okay. Would you rather be in a pit full of snakes or spiders?
Snakes.
I think that snakes are actually really cute.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with spiders.
What? Wait.
I'm gonna go with snakes.
Okay.
I'd go with snakes, and I'd bring like a flute. I'd charming them the whole
You're
time.
charming them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Do the snakes have traits?
Human traits.
Yeah, they. Mm-hmm. They
They
do.
what?
Snakes.
They have human hands.
I'll take the snakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Skydive or bungee jump?
Skydive.
Skydive. I feel like I'd rather have my parachute not open than hear the snap of my bungee cord
Yeah, but
as
you
I
could
plummet to my death.
You could bungee jump like 10 feet.
Yeah, but then you gotta like.
Bungee.
That's a really
there,
small cord
and then
set.
you
Yeah.
hang.
Would you rather be allergic to the sun or allergic to the moon?
The sun.
What?
So like you can't go out at night or you can't go out during the day, basically.
Because I'm like, they're like thousands of miles away.
Yeah, no, that's not how I meant it.
Like, I could be allergic to space dust. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to space.
With my luck, yeah, I probably am allergic to space dust.
I'd be allergic to the sun because I don't like people, so there's less people out at night.
I feel the same way. I would choose the same thing.
I'm a night owl, so
Yep.
definitely sun.
I can't sleep through the night, only through the day. It's all Seth's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it Seth's
I'll take
fault?
the blame.
Because everything in my life, I just kind of put the blame on him.
That's
Me
kinda-
too.
Yeah.
Something goes wrong, blame Seth.
So do thousands of kids. They hate me.
Yeah, but you also have thousands of kids who are hardcore Seth stans, and they are vocal.
Yeah, they are vocal.
They are the people who love Seth. There are 3 kinds of people watching this episode right now. 1, the group of people going nuts that AJ is here right now, that DM me all the time asking
Ariel.
me.
They don't know my name's AJ. They have
They know
no
both.
idea.
They know both.
You do?
Yeah, we used to call you AJ in the videos.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what I don't remember.
Yeah. But yeah, the people who do DM me all the time asking about you. Then there's the people all the time DMing me asking me who the guy at the end of S'mores is. And then there's all the people who are just either so hardcore against Seth or for Seth.
Yeah.
Those are the only 3 people watching this right now. That's it.
Yep.
Okay. Would you rather be burned at the stake or beaten by a mob?
Ooh.
Beaten by mob.
Again, like that flesh burning smell. Gotta take that into account. Beat by a mob. Definitely.
He's always thinking about the scent of burning flesh.
Yeah.
He is.
it is
I know.
good.
He brings it up a lot, and it's kind of concerning me.
I'm waiting for Hallmark to make a candle out of it.
Okay.
And just so I can show everyone else and be like, see?
You know, I think that I could make some arrangements to make that candle come true for you.
All right. Good.
Yeah. Jacob?
I'd probably also go with beaten by a mob. I don't want to get lit on fire.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Okay. Last one. Would you rather be convicted of being a werewolf or being a witch?
Oh, a witch.
I'm a girl, so I'll always be a witch. Because I know math.
I feel like witch is kind of cooler. It's just kind of like, what crime do you want to get arrested for?
Right.
Like stealing a car? Or stealing, like a truck?
Wait, I don't. I think I missed the connection to the question.
You heard me.
Those were all of our Would You Rathers. We are going to get into story number 3, but first we're going to take a quick little break. We will be right back.
I am the sponsor for today's episode.
Yeah.
I have paid Anthony $1 to stop breathing for the next 10 minutes.
Can I do that? Can I just pay?
What?
Can I pay like $1 for you to just sponsor something at random that I choose?
Can we get back to the fact that she wants to pay me to stop breathing?
It's a good
Only for
idea.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Just 10 minutes. It'll be great views. Like, I stopped breathing for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
People
10-minute
watch.
sponsorship.
And what happens next will shock you, ... not clickbait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that would be good publicity for me. And we are back.
What?
Okay, are we ready to jump into story number 3?
I don't
Yes.
remember the first 2, so let's go.
That's okay, because at the end I'm going to recap all 3.
Yeah, I will too.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Every
Seth-
single time I'm on, I need to recap all 3 stories.
story number 3. The Ganzon family was a family in the 16th century who were accused and executed of being werewolves. So, one day, there was a brother and a sister, and they were just out and about. The boy climbed into a tree to pick some fruit off of it, and when he looked down, he saw a wolf dart from some bushes and head over to attack his sister. So what he does is he jumps down out of the tree, he pulls out this knife that he has, but with one blow of the wolf's paw, he sends the knife into the boy's own neck.
What an idiot. I would have left my sister.
He would have. I can honestly and truly vouch for that, and I would not blame him.
I would have eaten the fruit. I would have been too distracted.
No, Seth wouldn't have noticed that there was anything going on
Yeah,
below
I would
him.
have been too busy eating the fruit.
Yeah. Well, this boy did not do that. He unfortunately got stabbed in the neck, but all the commotion did catch the attention of a crowd of people. The crowd comes over, they actually manage to maim the wolf, and they chase it away.
Did
Unfortunately,
you say name or maim?
Maim.
Maim.
They were able to name the
They
wolf.
named
And
the
chase it
wolf.
away.
Fred! Get out of here, Fred, yeah. Yeah, so they chased it away. Unfortunately, though, the little girl died on the spot, and the boy died a few days later due to his injuries.
So he literally died for no reason.
Yeah, but he died with a knife in his throat.
A
He
few
would have
days
died
later-
right
lived
away.
For like a I don't
No.
know.
No,
Mm-mm.
no.
Anyway, before the boy passed away, he said something very suspicious. He said that the wolf didn't look like it had regular paws. It had human hands that just looked like they were extremely Harry. Even more suspiciously, they found out that a man named Gandolin had a wound, had an injury in the same spot that the crowd had maimed the wolf a couple of days prior. Now, this captured the attention of someone that was in the crowd that day. This person was a notorious witch hunter. He's had suspicions that the Gandolins have been practicing black magic for quite some time now. So what he did was...
He dressed up in a wolf costume.
Chased
them down.
Yeah, that's what he did. So what he did was he placed them under observation and he was watching them. And when they thought no one was looking, he caught them walking on all fours, howling and barking.
So we do that every night.
Yeah.
Well,
I
no
don't
one's
really understand what the big whoop-de-doo is.
Well, I just think that the difference is just that no one caught you guys yet.
Oh, plenty of people have caught us.
Well,
What are you doing? This is the middle of an Arby's.
well, I guess what year is this? 2022
Yeah.
and 1598 are just very different.
Yeah,
People don't care anymore. It's normal.
they're more tolerant.
Right. Yeah,
For
exactly.
now.
So when this witch hunter brought this to light, Gandolin was arrested and executed for his crimes.
Wait.
And eventually-
Whoa. Gandolin?
Yeah.
That's the family name.
Yes. The main guy,
Okay, so like Sir Gandolin.
Sir Gandolin, was arrested and executed for his crimes, and then eventually the rest of the family were also arrested and burnt at the stake. That is story number 3. I'm going to give you guys some time to discuss. Go.
One big thing is that werewolves are notoriously, in many stories, killed by a silver bullet, and burning them at the stake does nothing. So there's that.
So a witch hunter? He just suddenly became a werewolf hunter?
They were doing magic.
So you can clearly see they're not witches.
Yeah, I would say that is one obvious observation.
A true professional witch hunter would go, this is out of my range.
This is not my jurisdiction.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to recap all 3 stories, and then I'm going to let you guys make your final decisions. So, story number 1, Peter Stubb. He made a deal with the devil. They gave him a belt. He would go around eating children, ripped some children out of wombs, ate those children's hearts. Eventually was caught by some huntsmen, turned into his human form. People were shocked to see the person that it was, and they executed him.
All right. Peter Stubb was playing around with his belt in front of children. What does that sound like?
Story number 2, the French name that I refuse to pronounce for the second time. This person was caught with a bunch of bodies in his basement and a pamphlet that described exactly how he would turn into a wolf, that he didn't feel like doing this. He was forced to drink blood and it turned him into a werewolf, and he was going around terrorizing the whole town, and he was eventually executed.
Lou Galoo and Hugo Moreau gave into peer pressure, and look what happens. You know, you get a basement full of bodies and you start writing crazy stories.
Story number 3, brother and a sister go out. They get attacked by a wolf. The wolf attacks them. They both pass away. But before the crowd comes and chases them away, they maim it. They notice that someone in the town has a wound in the same spot that they maimed it. So a witch hunter places them under observation and catches them walking on all fours and barking. Gandolin and the rest of his family were executed. That is story 3. Okay.
Galini, the Galini family is cool family.
Galini?
Galini? I don't know.
Did you change it on purpose? Or
Was it?
Gandolin?
Oh, Gandolin.
Galini.
All right, let me take that back. Gandolin family's really cool. A witch hunter is just who should have his license revoked, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Targeted an innocent family, and they were all burned to the stake.
Okay. Well, those are your 3 stories.
I was that witch hunter.
Those are your 3 stories. I'm going to give you guys some time to discuss and make your final decisions. Go.
I've already decided for all 3 of us.
I
AJ
feel like
decided for all 3.
I feel like we're all on a similar wavelength here.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I was thinking between 2 and 3.
I was thinking 1.
I was thinking 1 and 3.
Okay, so we are not on the same wavelength here. Why are you thinking 2 or 3?
Because I really don't remember them that well.
That's Toph every episode.
Jacob, why are you thinking 1 or 3?
1, because Peter Stubb, the name is just too good to be a real name. The Dutch thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The Dutch in Germany.
And 3 because of the witch hunter. A witch hunter would never go out of his jurisdiction. That's just unprofessional.
Yeah. Well, you can have unprofessional witch hunters during that time.
That's true.
Yeah, there really wasn't much regulation back then.
Mm-hmm.
So then I guess 1.
Not like today.
No.
I guess it's 1 then.
We going 1?
I would go with 1.
Let's go with 1.
All right.
You're all thinking it's 1?
We're going to go with 1.
Well, we're all agreeing with 1, but I just want to say that if it was 2 or 3, I'm claiming that win as well.
Oh, okay, so AJ gets a win regardless of what happens this episode.
Yes.
And since this is her only episode that she's been on, I'll let it slide.
If it's 3, I get half a win.
And okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when we make, okay, so Austin made a little chart of everyone's wins. When he updates it, Jacob will have half a point at the end of this. If it's what?
3.
If it's 3?
Yeah.
Okay. And then AJ just gets a point regardless?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Seth,
I'm just going to either win or lose a point.
it's not story 1.
Ooh, it was 3.
You think it's 3? You want to take a second guess for fun?
For double the points.
No. No.
You know what, Seth? I'll make you that deal because it's not 3. It was story 2.
You didn't let me answer. I think it's 2.
Seth just got double points, I guess.
Good job, Seth.
Well, did this convince you guys that werewolves are real?
I already knew.
Yeah, I already know.
Oh, right, because you guys are werewolves.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Seth is, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Okay.
know a lot
I'm
about them.
I'm a goblin.
Right, I forgot about that.
I'm still trying to figure out who I am.
Relatable, honestly. Thank you guys for playing.
I'm going to flip over this table.
Okay, if you can do that, but can you just wait until I finish the outro?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So, thank you guys for playing. Thank all of you guys at home for watching and listening. If you're listening wherever you get your podcast, make sure to give us a rate and review. It really, really helps us out. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast for free. If you're watching the video version, make sure to give us a like, leave a comment down below letting us know what you thought, and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss when we post new episodes. Also, if you have stories of your own, this is your last chance to send them in. We can use your true stories for true stories, or we can use fake stories that you guys have written for the lies. You can send them into truemythsonelie@gmail.com or to @culture35 on Instagram, whichever you prefer. That is about it. Thank you guys again for watching and listening. We'll see you guys very soon with a brand new episode. Bye, guys.